You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
What is up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to another episode of the Hello Sport Podcast, the home of unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. Recording here on a Wednesday afternoon for a Thursday morning. Eddie and I sitting here tucking into a techie after sitting down with the one and only Matty Johns of Red Dragon fame, of everything else fame, of media darling fame, of premiership winning fame, of funny man fame, of father to NRL players fame, of run and shape at the Caxton fame.
I often don't say this of an interview, but fucking good interview.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
You know, like sometimes you want to be humble in that.
Well, it's not about us, really.
Well, listen.
I mean, we were there, so we're technically involved.
It's not about us, but it sort of is. You know what I mean? It's not about us.
It's not. It's
but,
not.
You know, we spoke probably 3 or 4% of the time.
Yes.
So it's
The
not
kid
really about us.
The man can spin a yarn.
Yeah. I mean, Steve Kerr, when he played for the Bulls, didn't do a heap. He made like one shot of importance, but he's still spoken about.
He was still there.
He still gets interviewed. He still was
He can
there.
still shoot the ball.
He can still fucking...
He had to give the ball. He fed the ball.
He still cleans his rings. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, yeah, we were there. And
We were
Matty
there.
ripped and teared. Know that.
Yeah, it was great to have him in. He's a fucking legend.
One of the great... Can I say something, Tom? One of the great Australians.
One of the great Australians. Let that hang in the air.
I think that. I think one of the great Australians.
Well, Red Dragon is one of the all-time fucking comedic characters in Australian history. And I sucked him off about it.
That's just a fact.
Yeah.
It's an objective truth.
It's an objective truth.
A word we are probably using way too much.
Yeah, we are, but I mean, there's plenty of things that we say too often. That'll be out next week, punters and dribblers. That is part of our All Talk series. Nathan Lyon currently out now. You can listen to that via SEN, the SEN app. The full podcast and YouTube version will be out this Sunday on the Hello Sport YouTube channel and the Hello Sport podcast channel.
6 p.m. Sunday.
6 p.m. Sunday.
Tuck yourself in. Get rid of your Sunday night blues, your Sunday night anxiety.
Yes.
With a yarn.
Now, just quickly with Nathan Lyon. So he was on to obviously, he just really desperately wanted to talk to us, which was nice, but he was also in to promote his new business venture, Goated, which is basically an online service or an online portal where you can pay a subscription fee to get extra behind-the-scenes access to your favorite athletes. Now, starting with Nathan, masterclasses, bowling masterclasses, batting masterclasses, sports psych shit, you know, heaps of content on there. But basically, you can pay a subscription fee and you get access to all that shit. There's also a freemium service there.
Goatedverse.com.
Goatedverse.com. But they are giving away 3. Let me just get this right so I don't fuck it up.
Wouldn't want to do that, mate.
You wouldn't want to fuck it up. They're giving away 3 Genesis passes valued at $88 each. So what we want is, and look, we were trying to work out whether you know to involve like stumps, run out. Nathan obviously fucked it at Headingley.
Well, listen, he did fuck it at Headingley, and he admits that.
He does.
But he does also point out a great fact that the very next ball after dropping the bag, as it were, he comes out and takes a wicket. Obviously, the fucking ump's getting paid off by the Poms. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
And we'd burn a review. Not our problem. Tim Payne's problem. We fucked it. But the
Not
very next
Nathan's
ball,
problem.
No, but he does have an interesting sort of yarn about that, about having to compose himself after fucking dropping the bag. So, because stumps are not something that necessarily, whilst it should be almost written into constitutional law as a prerequisite that every Australian household has stumps and a bat and a ball, we know that that is not the case yet. So all we're going to ask for is just some sort of a trick shot. Fucking Kobe long-range shot into a bin of some sort, you know? So DM us that. Doesn't have to be up on your, like, you don't have to even share it on your Instagram. DM it to us. We'll pick the best ones, and we'll give. We're going to give away 3 of those passes to Goatedverse, to Goated. Sorry,
Love that.
Goatedverse.com.
Perfect. Send them in, and you're going to get shout in riches.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're good.
That's right.
Now, on Thursday, punters and dribblers,
It's Fashion Week.
it's obviously Fashion Week. It is Fashion Week. Now, Fashion Week throws up, in my opinion, some questionable fashion choices. There seems to be a lot of men at the moment wearing, fishnet tops. Don't know where the fuck that came from. I also don't think that it's appropriate for the season, Tom.
Look, far be it for you or I to give out fashion advice.
Well, I am about to.
But we're about to.
Fucking know that. You might notice that I'm wearing a beautiful sky blue jumper celebrating the state of New South Wales. Nothing to do with state of origin.
No, it's political
in no
jumper.
way affiliated. This is just I'm a big fan of New South Wales
state
and
government.
the electorate.
And not necessarily the state government in power, just state government generally.
Just generally, like, you know, I'm celebrating 13 great state electorates.
Yeah.
So I've, you know, in Dubbo, I think it's the Parks electorate, one of the great electorates.
Windsor Shire Council, that's where I grew up.
Really fucking good electorate.
Yeah.
We're celebrating electorates, and there are 13 plus electorates, so there's actually more than 13 electorates in
the
New South
state
Wales.
of New South Wales, yep.
That's why we're celebrating it. Now, this is last year's state election jumper. It's obviously very nice. This year's is a little bit different, but it's actually better. It's better.
Well, it's a better version of that. You constantly got to improve.
It's a better jumper, swing
Better quality
tags,
material, swing tags, you know,
fucking,
a lot.
you know, surround yourself with girls you touch with, like little messages and shit,
Yeah,
nice stuff. Swing tags, bags, all that stuff, as in like disposable bags.
But an essential item if you were wanting to celebrate your great state in the coming weeks.
Now, this year, we've given a little nod to our neighbours up north by supplying them with their own state-based jumper for which they can celebrate their own state. I don't love that state.
No, I
but
don't.
I will say this: it's always been a very hospitable state to Tom and I.
Certainly in Magic Round.
Like, we get yelled at and shit, but it's all jovial. It's all a bit of good fun.
Listen, the great Michael Jordan, and I think it's appropriate to quote him here, is that he said, you know, Republicans buy shoes too. Something like that. I'm obviously paraphrasing.
Yeah, you are.
But Queenslanders
support the fucking show, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it.
Now, we hate you, but you support
But
us.
you're our second biggest market, and we love you for it. And it's as simple as that. I'm not going to come on here and tell Porky Pies, Tom.
No. Sorry, we're not going to do a fucking, you know, Victoria 13 plus.
No, we won't be doing that. And that's no offense to our Victorian listeners.
No.
We love you too, but
Not as much.
this is about celebrating our second biggest market as well,
Yeah.
which is Queensland. So they get their own state-based jumper. Maybe Victoria gets one in the future because obviously they're electorate jumpers.
These
So
are
it would
electorate
make sense to maybe do other states
Yeah.
potentially. Probably won't though.
6 p.m. tonight, hellosport.shop,
That's Thursday night. HelloSport.shop.
which is tonight because it's coming out Thursday.
Yep. But if you listen to this on Friday, they're already out.
They're already out and probably gone. So anyway, that's the 13 plusies. I've got just something quickly, and this just happened. And it fucks me off no end.
Not the great email we got.
No, not that great email. That doesn't fuck me off. We'll keep that quiet.
No, I'm not going to say a word.
No.
Just saying, surely it's not that.
No, well, that wouldn't fuck me off. That's a great email.
Yeah.
You pair that and Matty Johns into a great email. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you've had a good afternoon. What fucks me off is when you go to restaurants these days, there's no longer like I walk up to the bar and just fucking order some food. They've got their QR code on the table, which I now have to scan, which in theory is easy. It's like, oh, this is way easier. I don't have to go up and fart around. I can pay on my phone, all that shit. But now they take your email and pound you in the ass with fucking emails afterwards. It's like, dude, I wanted to have a burger or a schnitty,
Yep.
double gravy, and I didn't sign up for fucking routine text messages twice a week for your dumb bottomless brunch sales.
Yep.
Piss off.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unwanted fingering of the daughter.
Dude, get your finger out of my ass.
Yeah, because it wasn't invited.
No, it wasn't.
Now, if I'd invited it in, well, now we've got a different story.
If I'd opted into the fingering, like
Yeah.
they should be a box to tick. Do you mind
Yeah.
if we
do you
intermittently
wanna-
finger your ass?
Do you want to be fingered from time to time? And you'd say yes or you'd say no. But to assume that it's an automatic insertion of the dig is beyond
Lube free,
the
mind
pale.
you.
So I completely agree with you, Tom. Old school service has gone out the fucking door.
They've also got the gall to be like, you want to add a tip? I'm like, for what? You haven't even done anything.
A tip. Listen here.
Tip of
cunt.
your finger.
And listen here. As an Australian, I stand by the time-honoured tradition of not tipping. I'll tip occasionally. I'll tip And you can criticize, you can judge, you can have your own opinions, punters and dribblers, but this is how I do my tipping. I do my tipping if you've gone above and fucking beyond the call of duty, because you're getting a healthy wage down here, generally speaking. If you don't like it, you can go to the US and see how you feel about it, right? We pay pretty fucking well here. Now, if you just do run-of-the-mill stuff, turn up, be mediocre, do your job, sure, fine.
Not even be mediocre, just do your job.
Just do your job, then whatever. You're not getting a tip.
You shouldn't expect a tip.
No, but it's not expect. You won't get a tip.
No, but
But if I sit down and you're on the fucking job, and I'm talking about water, and it's not lukewarm shit, it's cold, ready to go. Do you want a drink? Bang, they'll be right with you. Bus, drinks out. And then they come over, give you some advice on the menu. Try this, try that. And you go to order, they go, bro, I don't get that. That's shit here. You know what I mean? Just a bit of transparency, a bit of honesty. You know what I mean? They know the menu inside out. They know what you're going to want. They almost can see into your soul and go, I know what this man wants today.
If I'm at a restaurant.
Answer for you.
If I'm at a restaurant, I will usually leave some tip. But if I'm like at a cafe and I'm getting like breakfast, again, exemplary, different, next level sort of service maybe. I'm not really thinking about tipping in a cafe.
I would tip at a cafe, no.
But if I'm out to dinner, usually I will. Maybe it's even just out of a guilt thing. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do it. Or like it's awkward to pay. And like, do you want to leave the tip? And you're like, no.
I think there's an expectation that the more ritzy the restaurant, that a tip's involved.
I'm more than happy to not give one though when the service is particularly bad. Like you've got to kind of fuck me off to not give you a tip. Like you've got to be and then I'll almost revel in the opportunity to be like, no, I'm not.
See, I'm not.
You haven't lived up. Like you haven't even done your job. Like where have you been?
If
I go
to a nice restaurant and I'm happy with the service, I'll tip. I'm happy with it.
If the food's shit as well, that's also another one where it's like, sorry, I know that you're the waiter. You didn't fucking cook this thing, but it tasted like asshole.
Exactly. It's just tipping's not really done down here. And so for me to part with my hard earned, I got to be impressed. Now, people in hospital might be like, fuck you, Eddie. And that'd be fair. That'd be reasonable. Just telling you how I do it. Put it this way. If I don't get water when I sit down, you're in huge fucking trouble. You are in so much trouble. And it's almost irreparable damage to your tip chances.
But see, when I worked in hospital, I never expected a tip. But if I worked my dick to the bone for you and you didn't give me one, I was pissed off.
Yeah, fair enough. Because if you're out there dropping down and working that thing, you deserve a tip. In a serving sense. What do you reckon, Dave? Because you're obviously a communist, but you're also you were in hospitality.
Yeah, so, right now I feel like the way I kind of go about it as a general rule is that if we're out like with the boys or with a big group of people and there's one waiter or waitress who's like looking after us, is putting up with fucking drunk people and taking our orders, I'm like, you deserve a tip. You've just
Great
done
point.
our table of
Great
10.
point.
100% agree.
Great point.
Yeah, I agree with you. It has to be a certain level of like restaurant or establishment where you're tipping. Like the final hospo place I worked at was like a fancy cocktail bar that had kind of like almost custom-y cocktails where like they could tell me, what they liked and I would make something for them. So in that case, like a lot of the cases I was kind of being like, yeah, these people might chuck in a bit for me. But yeah, like cafes, anything that's takeaway where they ask for tips, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Go fuck yourself.
You can't get a tip for takeaway.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because when I was in America, I almost lost my mind with my tipping. Like I was tipping with such reckless abandon.
You have to over there. They're getting so reamed.
But I was getting high I was starting to tip without even thinking. I was tipping fucking everyone.
You were high on your own supply. You almost felt like a god.
No, I wouldn't go that far, Tom. but I was tipping.
I saw this when I was in America as well. Like you go to like the corner store and buy a Gatorade, and then if you want to pay with card, they've got a little screen that every time before you have to pay, you're like 10% tip, 20% tip, no tip. And it's like, bruh, I just bought a Gatorade.
Yeah, see, when I'm in America, if I'm getting a Gatorade, you can fucking eat my ass before I give you a tip.
You don't tip for that.
No, but they ask for it though.
No, they do. But obviously, see, I was saying to my mate when I was over there, I'm like, if I go to the bar and get a beer, do I have to tip 20%? He's like, no. You don't.
Oh, see, I was always tipping when I was at the bar. Leave a couple extra $1 dues.
It's like if you get a $6 beer, you might give, like, let's say it was $10, you might give $1. 10. What's that? 10%. It's not the 20, 25 that you get.
My problem is that I'm not a maths guy. So as it comes to percentages, I'm just always like, fuck. I'll either give, very rarely do I get it right. I usually give too much or I'll fuck it up and give too little. Even when I was in Bali once and I didn't understand in fact, it was the Balinese trip after Steph dumped me. I didn't understand the exchange rate or what one baht meant to another baht or how many.
It's about
bahts
100,000 to $10.
I basically was
straightforward.
sure, it may have been for you, but you're a master of coin numbers guy, not me. I ended up bartering with this chick for a pair of sunnies. She was like shocked at how low I was going. I was offering her 20 cents, which we realized afterwards because she basically told me to go fuck myself and walked off. I was like, but I was being like, well, this is the cultural thing, and I was like, nah, 10 baht or whatever the fuck it was. And she was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nah, that's my final offer, doll. She cursed me out, walked off, and then
10 baht.
And then I was like telling Brace, and he was like, dude, you offered her like 20 cents for those sunglasses. I was like, oh.
Final offer, sweetheart.
Sorry.
Should have been like, you big
She walked
fat
off down
pig.
the beach. Yeah, you big fat gluttonous white pig. I was like, fuck. I felt like going after him, being like, I'm sorry, I'll pay whatever the fuck you want.
You can get yourself in a bit of a pickle though with the old exchange rate. There's a boomer I know that paid like fucking. He bought like couple of grand or US dollars worth of Viagra, I think, recently by mistake.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Viagra.
Yeah, like too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like lifetime. Last year, more than a lifetime.
Yeah, but didn't realise. Thought was getting a great deal, paid on card, didn't do the exchange.
So did he spend too much money on Viagra, or did he? So it was too expensive, or he just bought shitloads.
Or
of
might have got ripped off as well. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Thought he was getting a great deal, wasn't.
Tell you what, you get a better deal at Pilot.
Segway.
Not an ad. Yeah. Anyway, look, shout out to getting fucking push notifications and text messages from.
It's annoying,
bars
but
and
just
shit.
to bow it, it's becoming really popular. That method of sit down, look after yourself, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't mind it. I don't want to be asked for a tip, for fucking sure. I don't want to be asked for a tip if you're not doing anything.
I don't mind it if the functionality of the app from which I order is seamless. It's not, you know what I mean? Some of them you get on and you go, fucking hell. You spend 20 minutes trying to put all your details in before you can get an order through.
That's the problem. You're signing up to you're signing up to a fucking thing every time.
2 times margaritas, thanks. How long did that take? 3 seconds?
Yeah, less than, dude. Less than 2 seconds.
2 times margaritas, 2 seconds.
No, I reckon it was 1 second, honestly.
Versus what?
Put in my details, email, card number, fucking address.
Wait, where's the card?
Weight, height, sexual orientation, pronouns.
Yeah. Do you want to create a new account? Yep. You get through the whole process. You've already got an account. Then you go back. You don't know the fucking password. So you got to go forget password. Then it sends it to the email. You're sitting there waiting, refreshing it 50 fucking times to only realize then that it's gone to the junk. Then you open the junk, you reset the password, you go back in, you do it all the fucking again.
Time to go home.
You get to the end of it,
Time
then
to
you
go
fuck
home.
your CCV and you go, fuck, what is going on?
Time to go home. Too late. Took too long.
Too late, too long.
Not to mention that these QR codes are also taking people's jobs.
Yes.
Yep. It's
true.
it's not a bad point.
It's not a bad point. It's the way the world's going. And it's just capitalist pig dogs, isn't it, Dave? Just fucking wanting more.
Your words,
more
not
money.
mine.
No, I'm just agreeing
Your words,
with you.
not mine.
It's capitalist pig dogs. They don't want to pay the punter and the dribbler to just work an honest day's an honest wage, you know?
No, it's
honest day's work for an honest
disgraceful.
Mm. Page 156 says it right here.
Honest, does it say honest work for honest pay?
Yep. Capitalist dogs and pigs.
day. Capitalist
Yep.
dogs and pigs. Why are you letting Dave promote communism on the podcast?
Yeah. This isn't like a domino falling over in Southeast Asia, mate. Like, relax.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
You guys need to relax.
This
Dave
isn't-
is a communist.
This isn't another Vietnam War.
No.
Calm down.
Dave's a communist. It's okay.
Calm your farm.
If you're getting influenced by D or Dave's commie rants, then that's on you. You can't be helped.
Yeah, no, you can't be helped.
No, you're obviously looking for something in life to give you meaning, and Dave is your meaning.
Yep.
Punters and Dribbles, we are brought to you by Neds.
Ned.
Number one betting platform on planet Earth. That is an objective opinion held by myself and Edward Simpson sitting to my right. Now, we have a private betting group within the Neds app. It's an About Even betting group. About Even is the number one betting show on planet Earth, the show that we also host. The secret password is Dribbler if you want to join in.
It's not open sesame, although I can see how that would be confusing.
Yes.
The secret password is Dribbler to join the group. Come in for a bit of a giggle, bit of a yarn, share your tips, share your bets.
If you watch About Even, number one betting show on planet Earth, you would have heard me pick Bradman Best for a double on the weekend. Only person in the history of humanity to do so, and everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, people are whispering about it for sure. People are talking about it at the water coolers.
Yeah.
Obviously, shout out to Timmy from SC Playbook for short balling us to Scotty Sorensen, first try scorer as the Panthers humped the Roosters. That was paying 34s, punters and dribblers, $34 dues.
On Neds.
It's just, it buys you a nice dinner, you know what I mean?
It does.
It's as simple as that. It buys you a nice dinner. Lobsters,
Caviar,
prawns, oysters, 12 of them. But you could think about 24 if you wanted with a 34 fill up. Champagne, Verve, obviously, just the niceties, the nice stuff. Shout out to Scotty Sorensen and shout out to Ned.
Shout out to Neds, but obviously punters and dribblers, we like to have a bit of fun. We like to have a laugh, but please, if you are going to have a punt, gamble responsibly. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website. Tell you what I'm going to whinge about, and I'm not really because it's good for us, but I'm also like, oi, get it together, bruh. Jofra Archer, hey, can you learn to fucking not get injured when the Ashes are on? You're making it easy.
I think it's pretty obvious what's going on here, in my opinion. Jofra has a breakout series in the Bunny years, if you're not watching on YouTube, when we went there last time. But, he bounces out Smudge. But Smudge comes back and fucking hits Brave tons. So, obviously, no one's scared of Jofra. Although he's quick and he actively tried to take off the head of another Homo sapien, which... I mean, in some countries, you get you buried up to your neck and stoned to death. That's not the point. The point is that Steve Smith comes back and dominated you.
Look at Smudge commenting on this thing. Can you just go up to the article? Code Cricket. England paceman Jofra Archer terrorised Australian batsmen 4 years ago, but Steve Smith and co breathed a huge sigh of relief after an update from England's medical staff this evening. So he's out with a fucking elbow injury. And then Smudge coming underneath. Terrorised. Remind me when I was dismissed by him.
Steve Smith makes a great point.
He does, but
because,
he also...
No, but he came back and he fucking scored tons.
I agree. He did also fucking retire him, though. So,
He did retire him, but that was because...
He hit him in the head.
He hit him in the head. And
concussions are a big deal now.
Well, they are a big deal. But since that point, Jofra Archer sympathisers. He's missed the tour to Apologists. He's missed a tour to Australia where you got fucking humped 4-0. Would have been 5-0 if not for a better wicket. Is that my memory?
Was it rain in Sydney?
Might have rained.
It was the rain in
Sydney rain.
If it wasn't for rain, it's 5-0. And now he's not even playing his own backyard. That screams weak to me.
Jofra always injured.
Weak. You could be like, oh, he terrorised you. Well, how's he? He's terrorising us now, is he? Missed the last 2 series. No fucking ticker. They're ruling him out with an elbow injury, months before the first test?
Needle him up.
Needle him up.
What good is he on the sidelines? Needle him up.
Did Tom, who had runner's knee for the 3 to 4 months lead up to the fucking marathon, did he whinge and complain and rule himself out 4 months early? No, he didn't.
No.
He got out there, ripped in, took a Panadol Fort and finished the race.
Yeah, didn't even get needled up. Panadine Fort. Couple of them, couple of gels, almost pooed myself, and I was off to the races.
Little poo never hurt nobody.
No, it didn't.
But Joffa obviously doesn't have the constitution, the will, the grit, the desire to bowl for his nation in a home Ashes. That's what I'm seeing from where I'm standing,
Did
Tom.
you click the article, Dave?
You're telling me you can't needle up a fucking elbow? What are you preserving your body for, mate? What's more important than a home Ashes?
Probably
I'd like to know.
T20. That's the sad state of affairs.
Does he play in the T20?
I'd be shocked if he doesn't. He's fast as fuck.
Yeah, so his last matches, I'm just looking on Crick Info, his most recent matches, all 8 of his most recent matches were 2020s. The most recent 5 of them were in the IPL.
Yeah.
So he's saving himself for the IPL.
So he's weak.
Well, listen, he's not a test cricketer.
Same thing.
Yeah, it is. So you can't... So what's his specific injury? Elbow. What is it, though? Like, do we have a fucking...
I will find it.
Have we eyed it up? What sort of doctors, what are they saying?
What are they saying?
What we got here? I can't get on that one because it's...
Fuck, it was nice to talk to Matty John today, just a side note.
Tell you what, I don't know if I said it earlier, but I'll say it again, one of the great Australians of all time. I know I said it before, but
Yeah, but like, I mean, it was
I
just
bet cheeky.
well, look, it was nice to talk to him.
He makes you feel good about the world, knowing that blokes like that are in it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Sorry. It's just the way it is.
Did we tell you that it was out next week? Did we mention that?
No, we did. All talk. SEN.
Next week. Jofra Archer has been ruled out of the English summer, including the Ashes, after the ECB confirmed a recurrence of the stress factor in his right elbow. Concerns about Archer's fitness were raised earlier this month when he flew home from the IPL stint with Mumbai Indians, having already taken time out of the tournament to visit a specialist in Belgium. Prior to his comeback for England in South Africa earlier this year, he had not played for the country in almost 2 years, following a succession of elbow, back, and ticker problems.
They did write that on Crick Info. And now it has been confirmed that he will miss out on the entirety of the Summer Ashes campaign, which begins in Edgbaston on June 16. I'm horny for it, I'll tell you that. And it concludes 6 weeks later at the Kia Oval, England. Kia Oval, England still harbour hosts, however, you could one day, who gives a fuck?
Well, it is a World Cup year, Tom.
No, I love the World Cup, but the Ashes is all I care about, right? I've got tunnel vision for the Ashes.
I've literally got tunnel vision for
Test Championship.
Then
the Ashes.
Obviously, we'll right horrible wrongs after being omitted last time because the over rate was too slow. Complete bullshit.
Can I be excited? Can I get you excited?
Yep.
We win the Test Championship.
Yep.
We win the Ashes.
Yep.
We win the 50 over World Cup.
Yep.
One day.
Oh, the Treb.
Right? Then, I'm not
Lost
done.
Treb.
I'm not done.
Rugby Union?
Women's Football World Cup.
Rugby Union World Cup.
Rugby Union World Cup. Manly win the grand final. New South Wales in Origin. 7.
Well, New South Wales winning Origin's locked in, so we just park that. That's locked.
Down. That's one down. Now
That's
we've got
one
6
down.
years to go.
That's
Test
absolutely
Championship.
locked.
Locked.
We're playing at fucking Lords. Do you know our record at Lords? It is fucking unbelievable. Outside of Australia, our record at Lords is touch yourself stuff. Simple as that.
It's hands down the pants.
Hands down the pants and work it. Crank it. Love yourself, baby. Lock that in. So we're 2 from fucking whatever.
2 from 7.
Now,
Ashes.
We won the series last time. Tim Payne burns a review. The umpire getting that brown paper bag by the
Allegedly,
ECB.
not known.
Not
Allegedly.
known, but it's my truth, Tom.
Yeah, it's your truth.
We can say
It's
that
your
now.
lived experience.
Yeah, it's my truth. It's my truth. So that's a win. So
3
we're
down.
defending champions. England also haven't won a test match in Australia in about 30 years. Is it important? Yeah, it is, because it's about the depth of their side.
50 over World Cup.
50 over World Cup. Who's won the most World Cups 50 overs in the history of the tournament? You get one guess. Correct. Australia.
It's
Well done,
Australia.
punters and
Well
dribblers.
done.
So obviously we go into that heavy favourites. Thank you very much for coming. I watched a video today, punters and dribblers, on my TikTok of Sam Kerr playing for Chelsea, just fucking dominating people.
Pulling a backflip afterwards as
People
well.
trying to push her in the back, trying to smash her with the elbow in the lower back, trying to cripple our Sam. Sam goes, fuck the lot of you. Boom. Explodes away. Goal. Backy. She's a terrific.
I've forgotten how many of my fingers I'm doing as well.
Well, she's the best. She's the best footballer in the world, right? So
Best
obviously,
Bradman. Will she win the Ballon d'Or or whatever for chicks?
Ballon d'Or.
But for chicks, is it called Ballon d'Or?
You don't have to pronounce the apostrophe.
But is it for chicks? Is it the same
They
thing?
do Ballon d'Or, yes.
Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, it's not Ballon d'Or.
No, you're right.
Although I can see how you made that mistake.
Well, listen. I mean,
It's a French word. It's tough.
speak Australian. You know.
Yeah. Speak Aussie in that. So obviously we can lock that in. We probably arrive at the curly one.
Yep.
The curly one is, well, Manly's a lock. So
Manly's
that's
a
not
lock.
the curly
Yeah,
one.
that was what it was. Now we're at
The
the
curly
Rugby
one's the
World Cup.
Rugby Union World Cup. That's the curly one. That's the curly whirly squirly.
Thank you.
But Tom and I saw Michael Hooper the other day at the airport. I don't know what that means. It meant something.
Well, we saw the Waratahs at the airport, and they were looking big and thick. But Michael Hooper is probably around our height, but just fucking stacked, dude.
Thick.
So stacked. They all were stacked. But Michael Hooper's a different type of stacked. Michael Hooper would be playing rep footy fucking rugby league.
Yeah.
For sure.
And also probably one more, Jack Robinson, Ethan Ewing looking really hot in the surfing. So I wouldn't be ruling out another world champion. I wouldn't be ruling one out.
Jackie, you know, I like Jack Robinson.
I wouldn't be ruling out another Australian surfing world champion. I wouldn't be ruling that
I want
out.
Jack to win it.
Same.
But Ethan Ewing.
Ethan's hot, dude.
Ewing.
Stratty
You know what I
and
mean?
that.
Like, is that the
Stratty.
most perfect fucking surfer
Ethan
name?
Ewing.
Like, that's the
what are we
most
talking
perfect
about?
fucking...
North Stratty, I think. What a fucking man. Jack's from Margaret River, literally lives there. Like, Either. I don't give a fuck. As long as Australia has another world champion, I think as a people we feel more comfortable knowing that the surfing world champion's Australian. Do you know what I mean? Like I just feel like we can go about our work a bit better in that environment.
Yeah. Well, because we identify as beach-faring people. As much as we have a proud regional Australia that I love, I think even regional Australians, like, they're still fucking water dwellers, right? Rivers and shit. Maybe you're not surfing in the country.
Well, there's still a love of rain, rivers,
Beaches.
lakes, dams, beach. I mean,
Ponds.
What's the stat?
Puddles.
80%, 90% of Australians live within 5 k's of the beach. Whatever the stat is, there's a stat.
Yeah.
We all know it. So that'd be nice.
There's also the Basketball World Cup in August and September, which Australia could be looking good for.
Well, we did
the
win
FIBA World Cup?
bronze.
Dude, we've got a fucking side as well. I'm pretty sure Benny, what's his face? Ben Simmons wants to be a part of it. Now, that might be a blessing or a curse. I don't
Listen,
know.
Ben, I think that your career takes a different, arguably better turn had you come to the Olympics.
Yeah, for sure.
With your people.
Yep.
That's just my
Instead
feeling.
of macking on with your ex-fiance at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
She's very attractive, so I do understand how you are conflicted there, but
Strawberries and cream with a babe. Yeah, I
Sheesh.
get it. But win a bronze with your boys?
come on. Our first ever Olympic medal in basketball?
Yeah.
You'll never get that one
You
back.
saw what it meant to Paddy Mills.
Or Andrew Gaze, who was a
Oh,
blubbering fucking mess in his basketball shoes and suit on the Channel 7 broadcast.
I mean, that made us all feel things.
Yeah, it did. A 6'5" man in a suit with basketball shoes.
Blubbering.
A mess.
Absolute basketball
But
mess.
we could. I mean, did the Yanks send anyone good to that World Cup? Do they even give a fuck?
They roll pretty fucking deep. They could roll their seventh string out and go all right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
but do they roll their seventh string out?
I don't know what their approach to World Cups is. I can't speak to that.
Mm.
I think there's a general sort of understanding, and I could be wrong here. Basketball fans don't shit down my throat, Josh Massoud style.
Well, he'd have to slit it first and then shit down. If it was Josh Massoud.
yeah,
If you were going to go full Massoud.
otherwise it's the Pelican.
Otherwise,
I'm inviting it in.
Yeah, no. Otherwise, you're inviting poo into the
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah, yeah.
Whereas a Josh Massoud
Yeah.
is an unwarranted slitting of
Which
the
is what-
throat,
which is
shitting down the neck.
Which has always been my opinion, Tom, around the teabagging of people. I think you've sort of got to want it.
Teabagging, well, unless you're asleep, which is maybe sometimes when the proponent of the teabag gets into their work.
But who was telling us about the forced teabag? Someone's son was Oh, that
wasn't
this
there.
is a different story. Tom wasn't there.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there for this conversation. Holy fuck. We
Probably
move on?
not.
Yeah,
Probably not.
Probably not appropriate.
No.
Okay, we'll move on. But no, teabagging, Eddie,
All I would say is that if you are teabagging someone,
it's consensual.
that's consensual. Yeah.
Unless you're
Because you've got to open your mouth.
unless you're snoring with your mouth
That's
open.
right.
But that takes a brave individual to put your nuts in a snoring man's mouth. Or woman. But like if you're
Well, you don't know what you're rolling the dice.
yeah, you are.
That's Russian roulette with your nuts.
Yeah. Not worth it.
No, it's not worth it.
I mean, also, not to mention the fact that it's grossly inappropriate and illegal to do so. You are rolling the dice with.
Listen, it's. I think what's a ball bag between friends.
Listen,
you know?
between you and me, if I woke up with your nuts in my mouth, I'd be upset.
You wouldn't be on the
I
boat of the
wouldn't, I
cops,
wouldn't
though.
press charges.
No.
But I'd be dark on you.
Yeah, I know you'd be dark on me.
Well,
You'd be-
so would
you'd
you.
be-
Imagine you woke up with my old sack on your fucking
Well,
lips. Good to know.
Good. Well, you can try it out when
Yeah.
we go to Adelaide. Thanks to Ben Benenti
Ben
for
Benenti,
putting us
yeah.
up. We will be at State of Origin 1, punters and dribblers, because we love the state.
Yeah.
Thought that was worth putting in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, definitely.
Now, I'm completely fucking lost.
Well, we're just talking about sucking our mates' balls.
no,
That's sort of
before
where we're
that.
at.
Basketball World Cup.
Basketball World Cup, as you do, you know?
Listen, this has all the hallmarks of one of the great years for the nation. I'm not ruling out a Nick Kyrgios Wimbledon dub either.
He's just pulled out of the French.
That's okay. He hates clay.
Yeah, who doesn't?
He's always
Fuck
hated clay. Aussies hate clay.
Clay's a gimmick.
No,
Clay's a gimmick in tennis. I love it. It's fun, but it's a
clay
gimmick.
reeks of, I'm European. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, cool, bro.
We
Sweet.
get it, dude. Relax.
Sweet. You're from fucking Italy. Whatever. That's fun,
That's
dude.
cool.
You're Spanish. Whatever. Cool.
Clay's a gimmick surface. It's bumper bars in fucking bowling.
It's lame. It's lame. Listen, if you're not playing on really synthetic
grass.
blue courts,
Oh, yeah.
super flush or flex or whatever the fuck they're called. I'm not interested.
Or grass.
Or grass. Obviously, the Australian Open used to be on grass. That's one potentially for Dave's Monday Night Trivia.
Should we do a dribble? Before we get into this dribble, we were just binging on some fucking Men's Fashion Week. Well, sorry, was it Australian Fashion Week content? Mm-hmm. Some of our mates are there, like people we know, and then, you know, some people we don't know, but you're just exposed to it by, you know, Elsa's there, but I just think, like, when you see people sitting, dudes here, I'm talking dudes, when you see dudes sitting at Fashion Week, I see a lot of guys who are bored out of their fucking brain, but are there because they're like influency trendoid. You know what I mean? Like you see them all sitting there, like just watching people walk past in clothes, and you're like, this is just like, fuck. They're just there to like get photographed.
That's all they are. A lot of guys are at like, it seems to me that they're at a lot of female fashion shows.
Is there even male fashion? Do they not even give a fuck about men's fashion?
Not really.
You know,
no.
especially when you see what the cunts are getting around in, respectfully to all of you, but like, that's not men's fashion. That's
it's niche as fuck if it is.
Yeah.
It's fucking niche.
Just quickly, Big Day Rosé. My God, it's good.
Sensational. It's one of the great. Well, it's not one of. It's the greatest rosé.
I'm only bringing it up because I'm having some right now. Although I am concerned about the cleanliness of this glass.
I cycled through a couple of times before I got you
Fucking
one.
hell, there's something on that. There's some dirty shit in there. Not going to stop me though.
Big Day Rosé, punters and dribblers. It's coming back. Know that. We
actually gave some.
It's actually been. I don't know what's happening to it, but there's a process in wine where something happens, and that's what's happening right now.
And right now, things are happening to it.
For 3 weeks. There's like a 3 weeks happening.
Yeah,
process.
just 3 weeks of like shit's going on. Don't ask questions.
Listen, trade secrets. Not going to tell you.
We're not going to tell you.
But for the next 3 weeks, something's happening to our rosé. Something great.
And that's not anything to do with like sale or anything. It's like the process of it becoming the rosé that you will taste.
Much like the butterfly was once a caterpillar. It's in its cocoon, as it were.
That's a great way to put it. The wine right now is in its cocoon. Now, Thursday pods have become a way for us to hit the dribbler hotline as well. So we're just dropping them in and out and around the podcast generally. And we felt like it was time to probably do some. So, Dave, lay it on us.
Let's go.
Tommy, Eddie, Tobley, and Diori. Last episode, you had a lady call up who appeared to enjoy getting shagged for 6 months to the beautiful sounds of Hello Sport podcast in the background. I've got a business proposition for you. I think you've overlooked something here. Maybe an extension of the podcast, a new venture, you may say. I think you guys should be offering private live shows. Invite yourselves into people's living rooms. Sit on the couch. Go into the en-suites. Do a live potty for them.
Great acoustics in the bathroom.
She can enjoy picking up the soap while old mate searches deep for whatever he's lost inside.
Okay.
You guys can just do your potty in the background.
Hello Sport Cuck session.
Not happy to take any profit away
Cucks.
from it.
Hello Cucks.
Happy to be there. Thoughts?
I don't hate it.
Well, listen. Are you a cuck? You're not a cuck if your wife isn't being offered up or your girlfriend's being offered up
or
to
your
another
boyfriend. Can you be a cuck if you're a chick?
Yeah. Of course you can.
Well, I don't know. Fucking, I don't understand.
But what's it called if you just watch?
Just anyone. A voyeur. That's like I just like watching people fuck.
Like if Tom and I would do a podcast sitting there watching
people chong.
Yep.
I think it's like voyeurism, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if that's I thought it was maybe a secret thing, but yeah, voyeur, a person who gains sexual pleasure from watching others when they are naked or engage in sexual activity.
We're all a bit that way though, right? That's what porn is.
It's exactly what porn is.
Listen, I'm not ruling it out.
But I think there is a difference between that and pulling up stump and watching live.
Yeah, getting right in on it, like Like David Attenborough watching a couple of monkeys fuck.
And you just hear this the seat just going getting closer.
Oh yeah, scooching forward. Yeah.
Scooching, yeah.
Yeah, Look, I won't rule it out. For those of you wondering what the fuck we're talking about, last week a chick called up and said that her ex-boyfriend would only fuck to the sounds of Hello Sport. Now, a lot of people...
No. Her ex.
As I said.
I thought you said a girlfriend would.
No, a girl called up and said that her ex-boyfriend would only fuck while they were listening to Hello Sport, and he would literally put it on. But everyone was like, that's bullshit. The chick got in touch. She actually did, and she said she was going to come on and chat, but unfortunately we haven't been able to line her up. So...
I'm still not sold.
Listen, Eddie, you should be sold, dude.
I'm not.
But you should be. Because it's in your interest to be sold.
I want to be sold. There's a difference between wanting to be sold and being sold. They're not the same thing.
I'm outwardly sold.
It just seems a little bit too ridiculous to me.
Yeah, but I also think that the world is full of weird and wonderful people. And like we've had this conversation before, right? In terms of like sexual desires, things you like and don't like, whatever. I don't want to have my asshole eaten, but some people literally swear by it.
Yeah. Some people, that's what gets them out of bed.
Some people get out of bed.
Some people would rather pack it up, say goodnight, fuck off, if you know what I mean, if they couldn't have their asshole eaten.
Yeah. Not for me. And so I guess with that in mind, that I could have such diametrically opposed sexual proclivities.
Well, it's horses for courses, Tom. I understand that.
That's why I'm thinking, you know,
but I'm still shocked by the fact that there is a course for that horse.
Fair. So am I. I was shocked, but I choose to believe. Much like with religion.
At what point does that guy not be able to come unless he's listening to Hello Sport?
It sounds like he's
well,
reached
you can
that point.
you can,
dependent on it.
You can
listen.
You can train your mind,
and you can find yourself in that situation, and he probably needs some counselling or something because it's probably nowhere to live your life. Like I don't want his thing to be that he needs one of us to be talking.
Can we? Do you think it's possible that our voices can bring him to climax?
Yeah,
just the voice.
Well, that is as in he's not watching us.
No, just like no.
Oh, if he's just sitting there listening and we're just talking.
Yeah,
possibly. I wonder if there's anyone out there that gets off to you.
To me, I don't think about that often.
Well, I should be shocked if you did think about it often.
In fact, I've never thought about it. Listen, if you're getting off to me, fucking good for you. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, well, do something. Do something for him now. See, that might help. That might help. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Yeah. I knew that was what was coming.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
you invited that.
I did invite that.
We were talking about it yesterday.
I know I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that.
That was obviously on the YouTube.
Yeah, on the YouTube. Those out there that want to climax to Eddie.
Hey, lad. So just pulled up to the service station to give my front and back windscreens a wash with the water they give you, but I didn't actually end up putting any fuel in the car. And as I was driving off, I just realised that that's one of those activities in life that you just fucking feel weird doing. Like, it's just, you feel like you're doing something sketchy, but, you know, you have every right to do the thing that you're doing. Another example is like, you know, walking into a bottle shop and coming out empty-handed, not buying anything, just going for a look around. You know, you have every right to do that and no one can judge you for it, but it just feels a bit fucking weird. Just wanted to know if you boys had any other examples. Love your work.
I actually did that yesterday and got a come on from a dribbler.
Where? What?
Well, because I had no fucking water in my windscreen wipers and it was starting to fucking piss me off. And I had three quarters of tank of fuel. I'm like, well, I'm not going to fucking bother fueling up, but I'm nipping in and I'm going to fill this fucking water up because I need it to clean my windscreen.
Great point.
As I'm sort of coming back out of the store because did I go in and get a twirl? Yeah, I did. I need to be honest about that.
Yeah, you do.
I have got
a twirl.
Me and twirls, dude. Me and twirls are getting on like a house on fire at the moment. A twirl, for those living under a rock, metaphorical or otherwise, is a flake covered in chocolate.
Yeah, it's a flake that's like been
sheathed, coated,
or like grouted. What's the thing when they put them on the walls and stuff? You know what I mean? Like paved over.
Yeah, but it's like paving, but it's not. It's
like smooth pavement over flake.
Yes, exactly right. And as I came out, I got to come on from a dribbler, so that was nice. But
What a visit!
What a visit! For water for the bloody windscreen wipers, a twirl and a come on.
I completely understand what this gentleman is saying. I mean, I don't understand why you would walk into a bottle and walk out unless you had a very specific thing you were looking for.
I walked into a bottle the other day and walked out without
Why?
buying anything because I wanted a bottle of water. I was fucking dehydrated and I was in Barrel. Ella was shopping.
What an odd place to go for water.
Well,
I mean,
it was
sort of, maybe not.
I went looking for water and I'm like, well, this is the closest thing. I'm gonna walk in and look. They didn't have any, which was annoying. So I had to walk all the fucking way down to the cafe. Anyway, so I've done that, but I don't make a habit of doing that. In fact, it's probably the only time I've walked into a bottle and walked out.
Trying to think of anything else. Clothing stores, but that's not weird to do. I don't think. That's like browsing.
No. That happens all the time.
Yeah.
There's one thing I find, I think like being in a school where like, and there's plenty, like when you go to vote or like, the Bondi markets are at a school, but sometimes I catch myself just being like, I'm just walking around a primary school. This feels kind of weird.
Well, Dave, if you're doing it without the context of those two things you just gave, then I'd be feeling awkward as well.
Well, exactly.
But if you're in a busy
context.
Bondi markets, I think that's play on. I didn't even think of it as a school when I'm at that place.
No, it's not a school when it's a market. It's a market. It becomes a market. It's a market held in a school, but no, make no mistake.
A market it is.
A market it is. There is other ones that are escaping my mind at the moment.
I was waiting for it because I couldn't think of any.
Is it? No,
You don't have to have one.
I don't.
You don't have to. If you can't think of one. I mean, he makes a good point.
I was trying, and I don't have any.
Like, I haven't.
Something you're well within your rights to do, but it's weird if you do it. Basically,
Yeah, but and that's what I mean. Like, if you were to drive through a Macca's drive-through, I don't think you're well within your rights to do that. I think that's weird.
no, you can't go into a drive-through and then not buy it because what could possibly have changed during your time in the line? What's changed?
Unless you realize you don't have your wallet, maybe.
Exactly.
That'd be it.
Like I'll pull into service stations again with the service stations and realize that there's free Bowsers, but the Bowser on my side, the side I need's not. So I'll just fuck off again.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Fuck that. That annoys the shit out of me. I tell you what annoys me with that. When they drive in and you can see that, so let's say there's a car at the front Bowser and there's space at the second one and the car in front of you drives there, but you can see the one in front of them is about to leave and they don't just wait a second and push up and let you come in. They just, so you got to either hook it around and reverse in front of them. Anyway.
I tell you what you don't see anymore, and I don't know if this was – I used to do it, and I used to see a little bit of it. Maybe this is more of a country thing, but if there's a line behind you and you're done, you pull into a park and then you pay.
But so you leave the petrol station.
You don't leave the petrol station. You're in the petrol station.
Oh, sorry, you pull into a park. I was thinking a park. Like, what a fucking country park. That's reasonable.
You don't see much of that anymore.
I almost blew up. You know when you get pissed off at a car and then you see it's like a really old person?
You see the disabled sticker. You go, ooh.
No, well, not that bad, but I almost fucking blew the head off of an 80-year-old man, and then I realized it was an 80-year-old man, and I just went...
I think there's a strong case to be made for having like an old person sticker on a car. If I see an L-plater and they're driving like shit, once I see that L, I go, they're
person learning.
They're learning. They're doing their best. They're dog shit, but they're trying.
They're having a crack.
Like if I saw an old man sticker, I'm like, oh, he's old. It's fine. He's okay to be. It's not a big deal. He's driving 15 down 100. That's cool.
Well, it's a little bit of a big deal, but it
I'll
cut him some slacks. He's 600 years old.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Let's do another dribble, I reckon.
Just an O.
Yeah.
Or an S for senile.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been through this before.
We definitely
almost,
have.
Yeah.
We definitely have.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah, having plates.
Having
on your
plates
car.
for oldies.
They were going to bring out R plates.
Oh,
Well,
Something
that
we
sounds-
discussed recently.
They were doing that.
What for?
What for?
No, it was.
it was
definitely
like
an R,
it was
wasn't
something like it was like transitioning back into driving after you've had like
Transitioning. We're not having pronouns on cars.
What's the R stand for?
I
Because there's
remember
a
we
couple of
went
words
through
I
this,
can think of that.
Yeah, that I
I'm
don't
not
think
gonna
are
repeat.
appropriate.
Yeah, the R stands for return, with the plate signifying to other road users that the driver is getting back behind the wheel after a traumatic road experience, like a crash or something.
That's dumb.
It's so like, just can we
That's
relax
dumb.
with
That's
just...
dumb. I think the old one. I think old one plays. The old one plays.
Yeah, just the returners. Like, okay, I get. I'm sure, and it's not to feel like anti-sympathetic. Somebody's coming back with something traumatic, but it's just like, what about someone who has nightmares about cars? Can we get an N?
Yep. Anyway, another dribble.
How you going, boys? Just watching the footy on a Friday night. Now, I've noticed there's a lot of mows getting around the NRL. There's a lot of moustaches. There's a lot of beards. There's even some sideburns through Jason's sub. But I've noticed that there's not many goatees getting around. What happened to the old true honest goatee? I don't know. I could be wrong. Just off the top of my head, I can't think of any NRL players that are rocking a goatee at the moment. So what's the go with that? And do we need more goatees in the game? That's a big question because I feel like we do. I feel like there's nothing better than a good honest goatee. So would love to know your thoughts, boys. Parramatta forever, Manly never. See you soon. Cheers.
Fuck Parramatta.
Fuck Parramatta.
I think he makes a
it's
great
Damien
point.
Cook. That's it.
Damien Cook's got one. Tony Carroll had a ripper.
He did. He did. But
Blake Austin had a good one.
Blake Austin did, but I think
Blake Austin had such a good.
I think he might have even platted it at one
I
point.
think he did plat it. He went like full.
So did Matt Cooper. But Damien Cook, the only current NRL player to my knowledge with a goatee.
Where is Blake Austin now?
Overseas or retired?
Yeah. Doesn't Josh Alloy sometimes get around with one or used to have one?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. I think Joshy does actually get a bit of a goat going.
You and Kempy grow great
Goatees.
goatees.
What are you talking about?
You can grow a great goatee.
Well, I mean, you can grow a great goatee.
No, but you're stronger there.
Well, so
Your goatee's thicker than mine. Your goatee's thick as fuck, dude.
no,
You get lost in that thing.
Well, you definitely. Well, look, mate, it's longer and it's thicker than the rest of.
We
my
should do a
face.
podcast with goatees, I reckon.
The problem there, it is
Just a bit of fun.
yeah. So we shave everything off and just get goatees.
Yeah. Just try and bring goatees.
Just try and bring them back.
Try and bring goatee back.
Look, I'll do it if you do it.
I'll do it 100% if you do it.
Couple of rosés and we're getting goatees. Fuck hell.
Shout out to the Wikipedia page for goatees, which has a photo of Paul Wall, goatee and grills.
Can you get it up?
Is it not up there?
No.
Dude, weren't we supposed to be getting sent grills?
Yeah, we were, mate. There's many things. Listen, like some guy was meant to be making our tickle me blocker. Oh, it's a goatee of sort. Well,
That's
it is
not a goatee.
but
No,
a goatee
no,
you need
no,
the
no,
top
no,
lip as
no,
well.
No. You need a moustache into the chin. for
That
goatee.
Paul Wall, look at that. That guy loves vapes and energy drinks. Look at
Who's
him.
Paul Wall?
He's the grills guy. We've been over this. Let me see your grills. Your grills.
Is that him?
Yes, dude. He's lost some weight.
Holy shit, he's lost some weight.
Paul Michael Slayton.
Jesus Christ. Like, no one would know who Paul is anymore, would they?
Yanks would. Yanks would probably still froth Paul Wall.
Do you
Next dribble.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Your grills.
I think there was chatter at the start of the year about getting goatees.
There's-
In
look-
January, Tom, when you shaved your beard with the the optical illusion double chin.
Yeah.
There was talk of you two shaving.
Goatees come up from
goatees
time to
in.
time. There's no doubt
We've
about
definitely touched on the goatee, that's for sure.
All right, dribble.
Yeah.
Eddie, Tobler, Dior, punters, and dribblers.
that. No time.
Just a quick dribble regarding the sort of primo
Got left out.
packeted sliced like ham and turkey and that. I've got a mate that works in the electrician business. Does pretty well for himself. He's had to do a few jobs at the sort of primo headquarters where they make all the ham and the turkey and whatnot. And he let me know that packeted turkey and ham actually starts as a liquid and then is made into the slices that you dribblers put on your sandwich.
No way.
Look, I don't have much information on the ingredients, but I do know for a fact, and through eyewitness, that it does start as a liquid. So if I can have that for thought.
Fucked.
Pretty disgusting. Anyways, thanks, boys.
That's
Wow.
fucked.
How does a liquid become a log?
Well, how does it become a meat?
It's not a meat.
But that's what it's sold as. Oh, is this it?
Oh, I don't know.
I just found a video on YouTube how it's made poultry deli meats.
Is it like jelly?
Let's
Bro,
see.
if this is a liquid, this is going to fuck me up.
Oh.
Man cannot live by bread alone, but add a few slices of chicken
Hang
or
on,
turkey
maybe I'll
deli
skip till-
meat.
Yeah,
mixed
skip
in with
all
plenty
this
of filtered
crap.
water. It will
Oh,
be used to
no.
disperse the specially formulated seasonings. There's a
So they're
different
putting,
blend
Oh,
so
that's
he's just
seasoned.
listening, they're putting
And they
seasonings
include
and like
salt
different
and different
powders and
herbs
shit
and
into a
spices.
vat. Yeah, this,
They add
okay, lots of,
honey
like now a
because
big
this
thing
is
of
a honey
oil.
maple
This is
recipe.
very
And while that's
dystopian
all
when you
being
see the way
mixed,
it's actually
They
made.
check the temperature of the raw poultry to confirm it's in the safe range. If it's even slightly off, there's a risk of bacterial growth, so the whole batch would have to be rejected. But this poultry has been well chilled.
Okay.
There's something about mass production of stuff that's really
The
edge.
Yeah,
stitch
it's
pump
really,
machine's
really
long
fucking
steel
edge, dude.
needles repeatedly inject
Oh,
seasoning solution
Jesus
into the breast
Christ.
meat.
What
Do
are they
I wanna
injecting?
watch
What are they-
this?
yeah, I do. What are they injecting here?
That makes me feel...
Excess liquid drains through the conveyor.
Some sort of
as
liquid
the
into
chicken
it.
is transferred to a holding area to marinate for at least 2 hours.
Are they pumping it full of marinades, maybe?
Is that milk?
Why would they put milk in there?
Next, numerous
Why is it a
lumpy
liquid?
rollers massage the chicken and break down fiber to tenderize the meat.
The music and everything's like making it sound cool and nice. You're like, this is fucking
2016.
great.
Then, in a tumbler, metal paddles vigorously
time.
knead the meat. This
Oh, really?
tenderizes it even more
Oh,
and
my
releases a
God.
natural
Oh,
protein
dude.
that will eventually bind several breasts into
Why
one
is he
big
doing it
piece.
by hand, that bloke?
Meanwhile,
Oh.
in the turkey kitchen, workers shape and season previously marinated meat and apply strips of bacon to the top.
Oh, they're making, what, turkey?
The employee arranges them in
It's
a
turkey
crisscross
bacon
pattern
flavour,
for
then.
full coverage.
This is fucked up, dude. This doesn't
He
look like it's
dusts
gonna
it with a mix of seasonings and then wraps it in thick plastic. Once enclosed in the plastic, he can press the turkey breast into a more perfect shape.
Okay, so this is not what we think it is, but it is like,
This doesn't like... I
For a
mean,
different
that's
flavor,
not that
they
bad.
drench some
No, that's
turkey
not.
breasts in a spicy southwestern marinade.
this is just making, this is a different.
After
This is
folding the
different.
turkey meat to the
This
desired
is, I don't
shape,
think this is...
No, this
the
is what we're
worker
talking
adds
about, but it's
salsa
gross
and
either way.
seasonings to complete the recipe.
Not relevant.
A little
Not
more
relevant, but
hand-shaking,
gross.
And it's ready for the oven. Back on the chicken line, it's the same idea, but with a different twist.
Hold on.
Chicken breasts are too small to shape by hand, so they funnel them into thermoformed plastic molds.
Yeah,
As the
listen,
molds
I think
move
we've seen
forward,
enough.
A worker sprinkles
we've seen
spices
more than
onto the
enough.
meat, while
Pack her
another
up.
swabs juices
Thanks
to
for the
test
dribble, brah.
pathogens.
Apparently, Primo
Yeah.
meat's made as a liquid.
It's
Start as a
gross.
liquid.
Yeah, if you can find the video, send it to us and I'll fucking observe it. But that was disgusting in the extreme. So I don't know what you want me to say. Let's move on.
You want another one?
Yep.
Let's go.
Hey boys, first time caller here. I was just listening to a Theo Von podcast and I was talking to the or Dave equivalent. And basically what he was saying is he's never busted one out,
Seen
nor
that
had a
video.
strong in the last 24 years of him being alive. Fucking poor bloke's probably got sperm running through his veins. And I think it was mainly for religious reasons. Anyway, it got me thinking, boys. Have you ever engaged in no fat challenge or like a no nut November? Or what's the longest time you've gone without feeding the chooks? And it's been a while. Did you notice any changes in yourselves? Anyway, boys, ejaculating never, blue balls forever. Cheers.
I have seen that video. It's fucking hilarious. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
It's really, really good. It goes for a little while.
I,
Theo's just the
Theo
funniest
Von's
cunt
is a
alive.
goat. I've never gone on a no fap challenge.
What would be the point of No Nut November? What's the point of
Yeah,
that?
is there like a thing? Is it just like about
Like obviously getting off the alcohol, I get
Yeah.
that. There's obviously
maybe
whole
it's just about
benefits.
I guess a discipline thing, but like
Why?
well, I don't know. I don't get it. It's fucking
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the medical community, the jury's still out, and I don't think there's much evidence going towards what it
it's
does.
definitely
but
started as a troll.
yeah, it was a meme at first, but then people
No Nut November
Yeah.
is a G up.
it's a meme. But the people that do engage in semen retention say that it benefits through things like reduced stress,
That-
improved motivation,
Bullshit.
that's-
Reduced
that-
stress.
better concentration, more energy.
Reduce stress, my ass. It'd send my stress.
It's
through
one of the
fucking roof.
great stress relievers all time.
That's what it's for.
We used to in our high school footy team, our captain,
Stress
shout out
relief.
to Mikey, he used to tell us we weren't allowed to jack off on game days. We had to keep our adrenaline for the game.
Yeah, it was Mikey coming around and checking your fucking balls before the game. And
These
when I
have been
played
milked.
when I played footy at school, I reckon there was like times when I thought that you would do that, like, oh, you wouldn't want to fucking bust a nut the night before a game, and then I was like, this is complete horseshit.
Well, the science, I think we've looked into the science on that as well, and it's not overwhelming.
No.
I do not see the purpose of No Nut November. I don't see the purpose of semen retention. I disagree in the extreme with the claim that it reduces stress through retention.
I couldn't take like
I think I would say.
what do you reckon your longest a stretch of time would be?
longest stretch without a nut? Fuck, couldn't be longer than 10 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it would have to be like something for you, like on a family holiday, and like you're sharing a room and you can't get into your work. Or you could shower, but you know,
Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't be that long.
it wouldn't be long.
This bloke though in the Theo Von video has gone. He's never
Blown a load.
masturbated. He's never blown a load.
And he's their producer.
Yep.
He's never had a wet dream either. He
Yeah,
claims,
no, he's-
I've never had one.
which is very yeah, but
but
like,
if you're
I
not
also,
nutting,
yeah, it's true.
I think it's the episode with Caleb Presley. If people want to go check it out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, is it? I thought he was just talking by himself.
No, I remember listening to the Caleb Presley one, and Caleb was like asking him questions as well, and he was going deep on
He maybe talks about it a couple of times.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Good for you, but like you're not living your life. What a weird thing to impose on your life.
It's completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
And it makes no fucking sense. We do have, there's a couple of runners this weekend. Tobler's doing his half Mazza. Aren't you, Tobler?
Sure am.
You're doing it this weekend.
This Sunday.
How you feeling?
I cautiously optimistic, I guess.
Have you got your gels and shit yet?
Not yet. Still have to pick them up.
Have you got your camel pack?
No, I decided not to get one.
Is that because we roasted you for it?
Yeah, I'll leave the chocolate milk at home, I think.
Yeah,
Have
probably
it
not.
afterwards.
But be honest, if like it was because we roasted you, wasn't it?
No, it was just an idea. It wasn't
Tobler
roasting
wanted
me.
to
I
get
don't live my life.
Camelback
in a
with chocolate milk.
sanctioned half marathon race. He wanted to run with a camel pack full of chocolate milk. We said that's the dumbest fucking thing you've ever said, Tobler, and you said some dumb things.
It's a great source of like protein and recovery, though. So
Nah,
Maybe
chalky
I'll
milk
save
not
for
good
after.
for runs, mate. Take it
True.
from your coaches.
good point.
Listen,
Good point. Any
you
tips
have-
for me?
Cadence. Don't go too hard.
don't have. You want to be.
160
You want to be.
BPM?
No. It's
180, 170?
64.
164, yeah.
Beep, beep. Listen, I'll get my
1, 2,
metronome
3,
out.
4.
Listen, I'll get my metronome.
See if I've
app
got
up
it. See if I've got it though.
Why do you have a metronome app, Eddie?
For this.
for this.
Okay.
Because cadence is important because
This
the
is what I
higher
think
your
it is.
cadence, the shorter your stride means your legs and your knees are underneath the mass of your body. So it reduces the load on your joints by up to 60%.
This is what I think it is.
I probably made up that number, but you know what I mean.
Something like that.
Metro timer, here it is. 165. This is it, punters and dribblers. This is what you want to be running at.
I was a bit quick.
If you're doing 5-minute 30s, 165, cherry ripe. Cherry ripe. Is this annoying, everyone? Hope it is.
I like it.
But
It's
just go,
annoying to run to, but you can also get playlists with that sound.
this is what you want. I'm also doing around 12Ks down in beautiful Lawn. Never been there. Heard good things.
Where?
Lawn
In Victoria.
in Victoria.
And
just
is there
outside of
Lawn
Melbourne.
and Launceston? Launceston being in Tassie.
There's Launceston, different spelling to Lawn.
Okay.
Launceston, LAU, finish the
Ceston.
rest. and then lawn, Tasmania, Victorian lawn is Lorne.
Okay.
Great Ocean Road lawn.
All right.
That's where it is.
And you're running 12Ks.
12K is nothing.
Nothing.
Obviously, I've run 42 before, so that's 30 less than what I've run before.
Piece
so
of piss stuff.
That's a piece of piss.
How'd you
for
get
me.
dragged into that?
Ella's, because we were going down to support my brother, who's doing 60, which is a fucking big deal.
Didn't he just run a marathon like a couple of weeks ago?
Practicing in the lead up to, because this 60's also got two big hills in, like a 1K hill and a 2K hill, big fucking hills, and you've got to get a certain time, otherwise they stop you and go, sorry, bro, you weren't quick enough. So you got to be a fit little fucker. We were going down to support him, like, why don't you do the trail run? I'm like, yeah, righto. Might as well just do the trail as well. While you're down there, see the sights, 12Ks, punch it out. Piece of piss. Ella's wigging though. She's a good runner, so she's just in her own head about that. But I always say to her, I go, listen, if Tom can do a marathon, you can run 12Ks. And I think that's a pretty reasonable comment.
That's very reasonable.
There's nothing, that's not taking the piss out of you. It's just saying the big fella didn't get a whole lot of training in and he still finished it before getting swept off the course. So you can run 12Ks. Now the question is, punters and dribblers, can Tobler run 21? That's the question.
I think he can.
I believe in Tobler.
What sort of splits are you doing?
I think I'm just going to aim for 7, which will be 2.5 hours for the total. Obviously, the goalposts are different for the full mara. Training hasn't been as good, but 7 minutes shouldn't be too bad. I think after like 10Ks is when you can I find the first 5 the hardest.
I agree with that.
And then I push through and you get into the rhythm and then...
Can I say something here?
You're gonna have to get a lot quicker if you're gonna beat my time.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Okay, I've already looked into it.
I'm like, if this
5:45.
cunt thinks he's gonna beat my time, let alone your time.
No,
I was doing like 5:50.
I don't think you'll beat my time. And I mean that with love and
All right,
respect.
what's the bet?
Oh,
Okay.
this
What's
is
the bet?
good.
I'll
This
just do a
is-
money bet. Let's just do a money bet. We'll do a...
No, well, but he's not gonna. Your money. Your money. Bet,
my
he's
money
something
and
else.
his is something else.
$1,000.
Okay, yeah, if he can beat my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Definitely to
Yeah.
charity.
A
A charity of your choice.
Charity of
What about
Bandage,
this?
a boot cut
500 to you,
bandits.
500 to a charity.
You got to give because
Yeah,
it is.
I
for
think that's
charity.
good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
for charity. 500 to you, 500 to charity.
Sweet.
If you can beat my time, which was like 5.5, just say 5.
We'll get the official time off the website.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's literally bang on 5.5, 5:29 maybe.
Yeah, well,
Um,
every minute counts.
It
bro.
does. It really does.
And if you lose,
I'll give 500 to charity.
No,
you
no,
have to
no,
wear
no,
you
no.
have to wear your
your
new
boot
pair of
jeans.
you have to wear a new pair of G's every day.
No. What about we get him even bigger jeans? He's got to get like jeans that are way too big for him. Huge boot
It'll be
cut
like
jeans.
summer then as well.
and
It's
wear
gonna
them
be
in summer,
fucking
all
hot.
summer,
Yeah.
every day of
Not
summer.
all summer. No way.
You've got to wear them for a month.
You've got to
straight.
wear
I
them.
get jock roll.
You've got to wear them on your annual summer holiday with the family. You got to wear them every day. You got to wear them in the
I might
water and
stay
shit.
home. Might stay in the
What do we
water.
do? What do we do? Like he's got to wear them for a month straight, and like we've got to go
A
out.
month straight.
Yeah.
You can't take
In
them off.
September.
You can take them off to have a shower. Then they've got to go back.
The
on.
month directly following the run, you have to wear.
October.
But,
Okay, yeah.
but
okay.
not fucking the ones you're wearing now. We got to get you humongous jeans.
Like clown pants.
My other ones are pretty fucking
No,
big.
trust me, your ones that you've got now are disgracefully
huge.
bad.
But we can get bigger.
We've got to get bigger.
So that means okay, sweet.
For every
So
day
I
of
can
October.
hem- I
And
can-
you have to wear boots
You
with
can't
them.
hem them.
I can hem the ones I have now.
No,
Yes.
fuck yeah. No, but he's also got to wear boots with the ones that he's...
Boot cut bandit.
You got to wear huge boot cut jeans that
Yeah.
we get to pick.
Do we get
and you
him
gotta-
Cubans he's got to like tuck the jeans into?
No, you just wear his cute little boots
Yeah,
you got
he's
now.
got cute boots.
You can wear your cute little RMs, and you have to wear them every day of October.
Okay, then
every
what
single
about
day.
if he beats you? Because that's
double
his
the money?
real goal.
Double the money.
Okay, so if he beats you, it's 1,000 to him.
Yep.
And then we'll give 500 to charity.
No, 1,000.
1,000 to charity.
Yeah.
And then
He's not going to beat me. There's no way.
there's
We're doing
no way.
70-minute
There's
Ks.
no way he's going to beat
No,
you.
I'm going to a dark place after this.
There's no way he's
You
beating
can't,
either
you
of
can't
us.
just
Going
go,
into a dark place.
you say I'm just going to go to a dark place.
It's a dark place
do you wanna hear the-
regardless,
You want
bro.
to hear the hot? You want to hear the fucking hot truth?
Yeah.
Like a home truth that's going to smack you clean between the eyes. When you get to the 28th K, it's not going to matter about times. None of that shit's going to
Nah,
be important.
you're just like,
it's going to
get
be
me
about
there.
getting the fuck to the finish line. It'll consume you. Nothing else will matter. And you'll be like, there isn't going to be part of you going, I need to dig deep. You're already at a dark place.
You'll be like,
there's no
fuck it.
darker place to go to. You think that there's like this dark place.
You'll be like,
I'll
wear the jeans. Fuck it. I'll wear the jeans.
You will 100% go, fuck.
No
If
way.
yes, bro.
I'll be surrounded by the goers.
You
and the
will
goers
wear the
will
jeans.
carry me over the line.
Mate.
And when I say wear the
Anytime.
jeans everywhere, I mean
Everywhere.
when you're fucking going out of the house. When on the weekends you got to be wearing.
No,
those
you got to
jeans.
have them on if you're not in the shower.
If you're
they're
not in
on.
the shower, you're wearing those jeans. And if you're spotted not wearing those fucking jeans, I don't know what happens. That's we
You've
don't want to know.
You've got a nice little double incentive though.
Yeah, no,
If
absolutely.
you don't beat Tom, jeans, and if you do beat Tom, money. And if you beat me, money as well.
But if he doesn't beat you, something else because he can't be. The
No,
jeans for that.
that's all right. It's just the jeans.
Yeah, true. Because if he beats you,
He's not going to beat.
he's not going to beat you.
There's
That doesn't
no
work.
way.
There's no way.
Yeah, I'm gonna,
Jeff Athletic is in my corner.
There's
as
no
well. He'll
dark.
give me a, he's
There's
gonna
no
give me a
dark
hand.
plate. But you're
No, in the training, I'm going to go real dark and deep and
Okay.
just fucking
Okay.
give it my all.
No, I want you to try and beat me.
I've got to shave off.
But
a
this
minute
dark place that you're
15
talking
from my
about-
You got to
splits.
fucking.
A minute 15's.
Yeah. Not just for a few Ks either, forever. You got to
No,
shave
no,
off
no.
a minute for
Mate,
40
mate,
fucking K. 42
Mate, running 5 minute 45 Ks is a piece of piss until
until it's not.
it's not.
Then I'll just have to rely
But
on
listen,
the goers.
I would love for you to beat both of our times.
Same.
Fucking
I'd be like a proud dad.
But I'd much prefer to see you in huge bootcut jeans for a
It's
month.
probably a nice time to bring up sydneymarathon.com, code Dribbler, 20% off. We have got a program we can send you if you join us at the Goers Run Club. We've got a bar tab for the Ivy. That's been ticked off officially because we've had such good support.
Made
from
over
the punters and
100
dribblers.
dribblers already joining the run club. So
I
there's
think
already
it's
100 of you motherfuckers.
120 so far. So it's going to be a fucking day. I'll give you that tip. Tom and I are going to be down there, geeing everyone up Sunday morning.
Special merch that's going
The
to be for
race is at
race.
7. We'll be down there from about 6:15ish.
We're
getting everyone
running you through
pumped.
stretches, getting everything. There's also some, for those of you that are part of it, that have signed up, there is going to be, we've already had the running room offer up. I'll just double check it, but I'm pretty sure it was
50%.
like a 50% first up, like once over, 50% off for just like a once over on you to see how you go and see where you're at, which is fucking awesome. And they were a massive, massive integral part of us being able to run it.
Huge part. Pace Athletic.
Pace Athletic are going to be on board in some way. We haven't like worked out, but they're like, we want to help out.
Six are keen as well. So
Bottle it. We've got running hats. We're going to sort all that shit out. I'm
So,
sure we're
like-
going to get Jeff Athletic down there fucking helping the boys out at some point.
this is a great opportunity to become a marathon man or woman. It's one of the great opportunities you're probably ever going to get. There's already 120 motherfuckers prepared to rip in and have a crack, and then we're all going to send it afterwards.
Yeah.
Do not miss this opportunity. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. Tom and I aren't going to be coaches forever.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I'm not Wayne Bennett.
I'm not going to be up. It's my 900th marathon. It's not my cup of tea,
Nah,
mate.
it's not. Well, you'd be 900 years old.
Well,
930.
That's a great
932.
point.
You'd be
Well,
too old.
listen, we're looking at solving the aging problem,
Yeah,
Tom.
we are.
Aging is the disease. That's for another conversation. But sydneymarathon.com, code Dribbler, the team name, Hello Sport Goers Run Club. Come and join us. It's going to be a fucking terrific time. And did I mention we had a huge bar tab at the Ivy afterwards? Sand, big sand. Okay.
Those sort of pants for Tobler.
Yep. Dude, I want him so badly to.
It's
not
already
make that
happening, dude. It's going to happen. There's no way he's fucking.
Him
making
getting around. It's so dumb. A month is such a long
It's
time.
such a long time. And he's got to wear them every day.
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
As soon as he hops out of the shower, he's got to put them on.
And if he doesn't, it resets.
Yep, correct.
The month resets.
Correct.
Not an extra day.
And I'm gonna be on to Jenny being like, send
Well,
photo.
she's going to be fucking off it. She won't.
Why?
Want to, 'cause you don't want to walk around with someone looking like that. She's not going to be stoked about this.
Well, then I'll have her in my corner, really pushing me over the line, get there quicker
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, that's
So
right.
that'll
Because
be
otherwise, you're going to be in
an incentive for her as
huge bootcut jeans. Let's do a bit of rugby league. We're going to do our rugby league tips before we go, and they are obviously brought to you by our good friends at KO. All games available on KO. 5 games you'll miss if you don't have KO. 5 from 8. It's Indigenous round. Very pumped for that. But, I mean, if you don't fucking have KO, you stupid fucks, then you will not be able to watch most of the games. You know this. Well, I'll tell you again, just so you know, but you're not going to see a fucking thing. Broncos, Panthers, we're doing a live stream Thursday, night time, live stream. Broncos, Panthers.
Yeah, it's got to be Panthers.
Panthers.
Oh, at home, Bronx.
Reynolds out.
Oh, Reynolds out. Panthers for sure.
Yep.
Yep.
Roosters, Dragons. I'm going to go Dragons. New coach. Roosters suck.
Dragons. Fuck it. Dragons win.
Nothing makes sense this season.
No,
that makes sense.
Dragons win. Dragons win.
Rabbitohs, Eels.
Rabbitohs.
Big Rabbitohs. Knights, Sharks.
Knights.
I'm not going Knights.
Knights.
Dude, we are not going Knights.
Knights.
Eddie.
Knights.
Eddie, fuck the Knights.
What do you mean? We're against each other this week.
Okay, we're against each other. Cows. Although Matty Johns was on the podcast this week and he was saying the Tigers. Yeah, we didn't say the Tigers, but we mentioned them.
Tigers.
Matty Johns on the podcast.
Dolphins, Storm. Wayne Bennett's, Bellamy's record over Wayne Bennett is 74%.
Yeah.
Which is fucking elite.
But there's some good former Storm boys in that have come back into that pack.
Also Storm at Suncorp, though. Great record at Suncorp.
Storm for sure. Storm for sure.
Okay.
Bulldogs, Titans. I like the Dogs.
Dogs fuck me against the Warriors. I'm going Titans.
I like the Dogs.
I like for the Indigenous round they put like the name, the like Indigenous name from the.
They've also
the
said underneath the stadium, home of the
Borough. So this is a core stadium, shittest stadium in the land. You know what? I feel bad for the Indigenous peoples native to that area who have got a core stadium on their land because that's a shithole stadium. But home of the Burramatagal and Wangal peoples.
Nice. Raiders, Seagulls. Obviously, the Seagulls win and win well.
Manly win. Manly are from the Camaray. Forgive me, I'm doing my best here. Camaraygal and Gayamagal and Garigal people. That's where Manly are from.
Garamagal
and Garigal.
Gayamagal.
Then the Raiders, and this is obviously where the game is also being played, Nungawal and Nambiri and Wiradjuri.
Wiradjuri. All right. Shout to KO, shout to the punter, shout to the dribbler. Electorate Jumpers, hellosport.shop, Thursday, the something of May, 6 p.m.
Tonight.
18th
of May, hellosport.shop. These are limited punters and dribblers. They're ready to go.
They won't be available again throughout the
No. This is it. Seriously.
Of the year. One and done.
No, seriously. One and
done.
Bye-bye.
Could you two just not talk anymore?